Really hope it fits. Nope. We had to move the seats forward so much that I couldn't fit there to drive, so she has to drive us back home. Even now, I barely have any space. Let's hope this TV's worth it. This thing is massive. I've been wanting to get an OLED TV for years now, and I've never been able to pull the trigger, but today finally did it. Let's hope it was worth it. Just unboxing this alone is gonna be a task on its own. I don't even know how I'm gonna get the box out of this room. Mounting it on the wall is gonna be a huge pain in the ass. Let's get started. I really hope I don't have to return the TV because there's no way I'll be able to put this back into the box. Do I really have to take it out of this box before I can unpack this? Because it's not going to stand by itself, so I don't know how to do this. There's nothing to even grab onto. It's so thin. Like, check out how thin this is. This is so thin. I mean, there's a fat bit down there, but the actual TV for the most part is super thin. It's going to be a challenge to grab onto when I put it up on the wall. We're going to put flat on the carpet. Yeah, this thing is gonna be nice on the wall. I gotta put some LED lighting on the back, so I guess I do have to peel this plastic off. I don't even know why they put a plastic here. So I got these LED backlights a long time ago, but I'm just not sure if it's gonna fit this TV because I didn't really consider what size TV I was gonna get in the future. I do have a different one that's longer, but this one's meant for TVs, so hopefully I can use this. I do have two of them, but ideally, I just want to use one. Time to figure out the logistics of how it's going to look on the wall. It's going to be pretty big still. I took these out of my old TV and these are going to be the mounts for the bracket over there. I hope these are sturdy enough. That being said, this TV is probably lighter than the old one, so I don't have any doubts that it will work. So this mounting bracket, I highly recommend it. It was like $25 on Amazon. Every other one I could find was like way more than that, especially the ones in stores. I have 3 of these around the house and they've all been holding up. Remote. This TV is massive, but I feel like if we just sit here in front of it, we're getting used to it, so I don't know how long it will feel massive. Once upon a time, even 55-inch felt really big. So this is actually Super Bowl weekend and tomorrow's the Super Bowl, and usually they say you gotta watch the game in a big TV. So here it is. There is one thing still missing and I thought I wasn't gonna be able to put it on, but it looks like I will. For some reason, if I don't have a clock in front of me at all times, I just go crazy, so I needed that really badly. So let's talk a little bit about this TV. As I mentioned earlier, I've been wanting an OLED TV for years, but price has been a big hurdle to overcome. The size that I was considering was roughly 75 inches, and at that range, OLED is extremely expensive compared to the competition. So I had to overcome the shock of the price before I could even think about going through with it. In recent months, I had my eyes on the 75-inch TCL 8 series TV, and I was constantly looking at the price for that with hopes that it would drop to somewhere around $1,500. It came close, but it never quite reached it. But as the months went by, during every grocery run to Costco, I just kept staring at the 77-inch OLED they have on display and just kept dreaming about one day having something like that. And eventually there was a $600 price drop and I just couldn't resist. I did end up spending more than double what I had initially planned on spending, but how I justified it to myself was just by thinking about how long I plan on using this TV. I have a motto in life that if you plan on using something frequently and for a long time, you should probably spend a little bit more on those things compared to something that you may only use occasionally and replace frequently. In our home, we have a TV that's more than 12 years old now and it's working perfectly great in another room. We spent quite a bit on that TV and it felt like a lot at the time, but when you factor in how long we've had it for, looking back, it doesn't feel as significant anymore. I haven't had this TV long enough to do a comprehensive review, but my initial impressions have been amazing. I did try out a few 4K HDR movies on it, and I gotta say, even remastered HDR copies of movies that I've seen many times look completely different on this TV. I know the word contrast gets overused when talking about displays, but you really gotta see this in person to understand how amazing the contrast ratio is for this TV. The thing about OLED displays is that each individual pixel lights up and there's no common backlight, so when the TV is showing you something black on the screen, it's completely black because that pixel is completely turned off. This makes a huge difference when watching the movies in a dark room. I know there's some caveats about OLED TVs in the long run, like permanent burn-ins, but based on my research, unless if you're watching a news channel 24/7 with a constant logo in one spot, you likely won't experience burn-in issues for a very long time. Now, OLED isn't the only exciting new TV tech out there. Companies like TCL and LG are dipping their toes into some other great technologies like mini LED and micro LED. The TCL 8 series TV that I had my eyes on for a while is actually using mini LED technology. And from my research, it's the next closest thing to OLED for a much lower price. I know this was a slightly different style of video from my typical videos, so let me know in the comments if you enjoy these vlog style videos. Also, if you're interested in learning how to mount your TV to the wall while making it look professionally done, stay tuned for my next video where I do a bit of a tutorial on that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already because you don't want to miss that one. Anyways, I hope you're all staying safe and I'll see you again on the next one.